Hey guys, Helen Hartsmith here again from the Heart of the Witches Path YouTube channel. Hope you're having a good day. I totally am. I'm recording a video that is another book review. And it was kind of inspired by one of my coven sisters who was looking for a good moon phase / magic book. And I suggested this book to her, and I was like, hey, you know what? I've been meaning to do a video to share this book with the peeps. So here I am, and here's the book. So this is Moon Magic, Myth and Magic Crafts and Recipes, Rituals and Spells by DJ Conway. This is a pretty decent sized book. This book is right around 300 pages. We have a copyright of 1995 on this particular book. And of course, DJ Conway is a name very well known in New Age and metaphysical author circles. This is DJ Conway is the same author that wrote Celtic Magic, which is the first pagan book that I ever purchased. And so her stuff is good. I enjoy it quite a bit. And so that covers like all the basics, pages, you know, this, that, and the other. I've got a retail price of $18.95 US and $21.95 Canadian. I will, of course, put a link in the box below for an Amazon link if you would like to purchase it. So this book is chock full of good information. Like, what? When I first, I'm trying to think, did I buy this book blindly? Because I've had this book for quite some time. Did I buy this book blindly, or did I look through it? Like, did somebody have it before? And I don't really remember. But there's a nice chapter in the beginning here that's called Moon Touched, that's giving some history of the moon. There's a whole chapter on the history of lunar calendars. So it talks about the Babylonians and things like that. So that's really cool. There's some good footnotes in here too, so giving you, of course, other reading materials that you might want to check out where DJ got information for this book. Then we kind of jump into, there is a chapter per moon. So for those of you who may not know this, each full moon in the calendar year is linked to and has different magical correspondences. Where was I going with that? It has its own name, and there's one full moon. There's at least one full moon per month, usually, depending on how things fall in. So there is a chapter for each moon. Now, there are, if I'm remembering correctly, and I'm sure somebody will correct me, there are 13 full moons in a year. And so there's an extra moon. I'm trying to like get back here, because are they covering that one too? That's what I don't remember. Come on. No, it looks like it's just each one for each month. So we have the chapter. This is the Wolf Moon for January, and so there's an entire chapter that talks about different magical things for that specific moon for that month. So there's, well, actually it goes into like the whole month. It starts off by talking about different observances that happen throughout the world. So for instance, on January 1st, the celebration of the 7 deities of luck in Japan and the goddess Fortuna in Rome. Okay, so that's at the beginning of each chapter. Then she goes into correspondences for that particular month. So for example, January's Wolf Moon, nature spirits that correspond are gnomes and brownies. Herbs would be marjoram, holy thistle, nuts and cones. There's colors, there's flowers, there's scents, stones, trees, animals, birds, and deities. So there's different deities that you could call upon during your full moon ritual for that month. Okay. There's also power flow. So like what kind of magic is good for working in that particular month. So for January, sluggishness, below the surface, beginning and conceiving, protection, reversing spells, things like that. And there's some others that are listed. So I find that to be incredibly helpful, just because if you're the kind of person that wants to tailor your ritual so that you call upon a specific goddess that works in that month, then there's information here to help you with that. There's a section on old sayings and lore. So that's interesting. There's also recipes. So if you wanted to have a full moon feast in the month of January to go with the wolf moon, you might make some deviled egg sandwich spread. I call that egg salad, but okay. There's an herb mustard, there's an Indian spiced tea, and things like that. There's also crafts that you might choose to make. If you're a crafty witch, then maybe you want to make a craft during your full moon ritual. So there's shaman bath salts recipe, Cernunnos bath salts, things like that. There's also a section on myths for that particular moon. And in this month, we have a story about Freya and Seidr. I don't remember. Seidr. Somebody tell me how to pronounce that because I'm drawing a blank right now and I'm feeling kind of stupid. Sorry. Magic. And then there's the Norse Mani. And Mani is, if I remember correctly, Mani is the moon, basically a moon archetype, and things like that. Then there are rituals. So if you wanted to have some ideas in formulating a full moon for January ritual, there are some ideas here, including some household protector ideas and things like that. So that's kind of fun. There's a festival of Sarasvati on the crescent moon. So there's also some stuff for the other moon phases, not just the full moon. So that's really cool. There's numerous, there's even a dark moon meditation and things like that. So, and then there's information like that for each month. There's also some really neat, drawings in the book. So this is Diana as moon goddess from Joost Amund's Kunstbüchlein, published by Johann Freihrbend in Frankfurt, 1580 or 1599. I probably butchered so many of those words. It's not even funny. I'm German and I don't speak German. So whatevs. I'm not full German. I got a lot of German, but one would hope that I would have received a little bit of that, but no, not at all. Anyhow, so quite a bit of information in here. And again, organized by month. This is like, I haven't reached for this in some time simply because I have my I have my moon phase rituals kind of set for how I want to do them. But man, if you're just kind of starting out and looking for information on how to set up your moon observations, your SBAT rituals, or if you're looking to switch things up and give your rituals, some new life or what have you. This is a great book. I mean, it's really good. And then in the back, there was a couple of chapters that, there was an entire chapter on moon deities. So alphabetically listing all kinds of moon deities from different pantheons. So, and with a little blurb on each of them. So that can be really helpful. And then there was another chapter on moon symbols with a little bit of information on each of that. Or each of those, I should say. So that, definitely some really, really good information in this. And it's still available. Yes, it was originally copyright, 1995, but that doesn't mean that there isn't value, because, the moon hasn't changed in a lot of years, right? So I would highly recommend this book. I don't recall seeing a whole lot of moon magic books. I think a lot of people, like in your your witchcraft 101 books and things like that, of course people talk about moon phases and things like that, but I don't recall in my on my path, I don't think I've seen many books that are just about moon magic. So, and this is a good one, or I wouldn't have bought it. So, let's talk about brooms. 5, hands down, boom. There's, like I said, if you're new and starting out and wanting to have, one location, I'm all about like one location for information. Doing some cross research on stuff is great, but if I need something that's a quick reference, I want something that's all in one location. That's why I have all of my correspondence lists in one location. And so I don't necessarily like to Google things, because yes, that's super convenient to pick up your phone and say, what can I use for, a stone for weight loss? And you can easily find something. But I like having consistency of my own list. I like things that live all in one house. And so for me, this Moon Magic book, it has all kinds of really good information all in one place. Because one big thing for me is I don't have a lot of storage space. I would love to have books, shelves and shelves and shelves of books, but I just don't have that space. So the books that I keep, I want them to be books that, are good, that have multi-purpose. And like I said, so it's good for if you're new to looking at aspect rituals, but it's also good if you're looking to kind of switch things up, if you're kind of bored with your rituals or what have you. It's a good way to kind of get some ideas for something else. So yes, 5 brooms for the book. So I highly recommend it. And like I said, I will put a link in the description box if you're interested in purchasing your own. How's that? So, and I also want to, that reminds me, if you haven't done so already, Amazon Smile, if you do order through Amazon Smile is a way where a percentage of your purchases can be given to a charity of your choice. So if you are so inclined, the Temple of Witchcraft is involved in Amazon Smile. So if you would be so kind to use them as your charity of choice, then they will receive some kickback, so to speak, of whatever you purchase on Amazon. So, and I would be happy for that. And so I'm sure it would be the temple. So that's going to be it for this video. If you have this book, I would love to hear your thoughts on it. If you have another moon magic book that you think is good, like, can you top my moon magic book? I'd like to hear about it. Let me know in the box below, or in the comments section. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, which, why haven't you not subscribed to the channel? We have good lemonade here, or conversely, when in the cold months, we have nice hot chocolate. Hot chocolate. Check out the description box for links for social media, such as Instagram and the Facebook page. I think that's it. That's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and thanks for walking the path for a little while with me. Until next time, blessed be.